The Moore Barn was built approximately 80 years ago. Lena R. Yock, who purchased the 160-acre parcel surrounding the barn site in 1903, had her son construct the barn in 1926. The Yocks sold their parcel of land to Jerry and Geneva Moore in 1957. Over time, this barn has become a local icon of Steamboat and is one of the most picturesque places in the entire town. The Howells Hill Ski Area is the oldest ski area in continuous use in Colorado and has the largest and most complete natural ski jump in North America. The jump was started construction in 1914 and was completed in 1915 in time for the second annual Winter Carnival. Howells has been the training ground for more than 64 Olympians, making over 90 Winter Olympic appearances, 15 members of the Colorado Ski Hall of Fame, and 6 members of the National Ski Hall of Fame. The Steamboat Rodeo used part of Steamboat Springs' culture even before the town was incorporated over 100 years ago. No one knows for sure when Steamboat Springs hosted its first organized rodeo competition, but mentions of competitive rodeo events in the local newspaper, the Steamboat Pilot, date back to at least 1898. Back at the turn of the 20th century, there was no rodeo arena in Steamboat, but the area where the current rodeo arena stands near the Yampa River was the location for many rodeo events. During the summer of 1907, for Game and Fish Day, spectators formed a rodeo ring by positioning their horses in a circle, heads turned inward. In later days, cars were used to form the circle. Christian Science Society was built in 1934 of logs on a rubble foundation with a shingle roof. It was designed and constructed by local builder Ernest Campbell in the style of architecture that has come to be known as National Park Service rustic. The only significant changes in the building since 1934 have been replacing the roof with a metal one to allow snow to slide off and dropping the interior ceiling for better insulation. The society was organized on July 22, 1908 by local Christian Scientists, notable among whom was Margaret Crawford, who with her husband James Crawford had founded and named Steamboat Springs in 1875. On August 22, 2007, the building was added to the National Register for Historic Places. FM Light & Sons was constructed in 1905. It was originally 25 feet wide by 50 feet with wooden floors. Bricks made locally were used for wall construction. It has been family-owned and operated since its founding. It is a special place where customers enjoy a step back into the Old West while browsing among many original fixtures from 100 years ago. The hot springs were the original site of the town, but over time the town has moved more towards the ski resort. The name of the town came from the springs when settlers thought that there was a steamboat coming down the river. When there was no steamboat, settlers figured out that it was the hot springs. The Sheraton Hotel was the first hotel and resort to move to the resort of Steamboat about 40 years ago, and since then has just expanded and become one of the top places for tourists to stay while in Steamboat. The Tread of the Pioneers Museum is a non-for-profit historical institution that is devoted to collecting, preserving, and exhibiting the history of Steamboat Springs. The Tread of the Pioneers Museum features a 1908 Queen Anne-style Victorian home with turn-of-the-century furnishings. On display are various ranching, mining, and pioneer life artifacts from Routt County, as well as a comprehensive history of skiing exhibit, as well as a Native American arts display. The Western Room, home of an extensive firearms collection, traces the agricultural history throughout Routt County, as well as the story of an infamous outlaw, Harry Tracy. The gondola at Steamboat was originally built in 1968 and would become the first bull-wheel loading and unloading system in the United States. However, the original length of the gondola was supposed to go to the top of Christie Mountain, but when a European company took over the project, the length of the gondola goes to where it resides now.